I'm Sophia MacEwan and I'm the wills woman. So I arrange people's wills, of course, trusts based in wills and powers of attorney. I feel like a bit of a counsellor sometimes, as well as as well as a will writer and accountant and financial advisor, but I'm none of those last two. So obviously it's a position of privilege to be able to help people when they need us most.
Perfect. What do you understand about probate? Do you understand much about it at all, or?
A vague understanding. I've been will writing for about 7 or 8 years, so it comes as part of the territory to have a little bit, a broad brush understanding of how things work. But to be honest with you, I don't have the expertise or the experience in that field, so that's why I depend on you guys.
Awesome. And do you work with any other probate or similar businesses to us?
No, I don't. I struggled actually for 2 or 3 years. I did recommend a couple of clients to people who actually did let them down a little bit with delays and not such great customer service, to be honest with you. So when lovely Tom Stansfield mentioned and introduced me to Probate Paul, as I call him, I thought, I'd seize the opportunity, have a little chat. A little chat lasted, I think, at least an hour and a half, and we haven't looked back really as a business. He's absolutely brilliant, so yes, got no hesitation in recommending him.
Awesome. And what impressed you about Laurelo initially?
Goodness me, obviously it's got great ethos, I think, fundamentally. I needed somebody who I could depend on, somebody who was user-friendly, who had time for me and clients. I need my hand held a little bit as well. If people do ask me questions, and sometimes that can be over weekends or even evenings, I needed somebody who could potentially look after me and make sure that my clients had the best service and obviously get the best advice when they needed it most, irrespective of financial gain, to be honest with you. Some people want to do it themselves. They just need a bit of a steer at the beginning. Some people need, obviously advice from the ground up, really, across the board. So I found you very reputable. I've heard from other will writers who would use no one else, and that applies to me as well. And I like what you stand for.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That's lovely. That's really nice feedback. Do you have any results or anecdotes or little case studies perhaps, or anything you could share with us in terms of referrals that you've made to us?
Yes, I have a few. Obviously, I do hear from people in various situations. And there was one poor woman who was sadly very close to passing away when I dealt with her will. And then, of course, her poor family were at a loss when she did go. So, of course, I immediately, called Paul and got his advice and passed them on to you. And Paul was immediately on the phone when they really, really, were at their lowest ebb and really did need, obviously, sound advice. He took things slowly and carefully. You're always upfront and honest and straightforward. There are no hidden extras when it comes to the charging, which is obviously very important. And of course, it reflects on my company as well. So, as I say, he gave them great advice, and they actually did a review for you and for me as a result of that. And, things were tied up swiftly and professionally. And obviously, they were very happy given the circumstances. It was, it was a horrible situation, but you really did come up trumps. But I have to say, Paul always does. I haven't had the privilege of dealing with anybody else at your company, but it's clear that he's got a great team behind him who have to be efficient and have to be on the ball for him to be able to shine. So well done to all of you.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sophia.